All right, welcome to a Shane Plays Let's Play of Stellar Tactics, which is it's a science fiction turn-based RPG that it's not even quite in early access yet on Steam, but it's coming soon. The developer, I believe Maverick Games, Mr. Rob over there, if I'm remembering correctly, reached out to some of us on the RPG Codex about this game, and he was kind enough to send me this alpha version. So we're going to check it out. I've already created my characters. Let me see, and I'm going in raw on this, so I don't even know. Yeah, there we go. So there's my character. Uh, Everything is on. It looks, kind of complicated at first, but I actually quite like it because everything about the characters is on one screen. You got your attributes, you got all your stats, whatnot. You've got the explanation of what things are down here. You have your skills. And I guess you come over here for equipment. So you got your basically your paper doll with different stuff going on. This screen I haven't even seen yet, so we're going in pretty cold. Location unknown. We know nothing. Have $0, so we're going in cold. So I'll go through the characters really quick. Um, I've got Dreads, who is sort of I gave him weaponry, first aid, and some weapon skills here. He's got pretty high dexterity. Um, we've got Shrike, who, if I remember right, is the pilot. Yeah, she's sort of my pilot. Um, I've got Sturm, who is basically my tank meat shield guy. He's got the melee going on. He's got, high endurance, high strength, all that. I did give him crafting. He's the only character that's good. What? I don't know what's going on. There we go. It came back. Okay. And then we've got Wires, who is sort of the hacking guy, explosives and hacking. So that's kind of, working my way through the character creation. That's how I did things. So let's take a look here. I literally, we're going in cold. So let's take a look. I'm clicking on this. Something's happening. Dr. Ramus, hello. Can you hear me? I would say barely breaking up. Damn it, broken junk. Still having problems hearing you. Click, that should do it. How about now? Oh, very good. I can see you now on the monitor. Much better. Exactly what is the situation? My name is Dr. Mortimer Ramus. You can call me Doc. Okay, Doc. I must apologize for your abrupt arousal. We have a most unusual circumstance. Yeah, and at the very beginning, there was sort of an intro cinematic, very brief, where they basically wake up out of these hibernation pods here. What triggered the emergency cryo-res, and who are you? I must say, who are you? As I mentioned, Dr. Ramus, I'm a member of one of two rotation shift teams here on the Dauntless. My cryo shift engaged 3 weeks ago. My job specifically, is to analyze the medical condition of the colonists in stasis aboard this ship. Okay, do you know what triggered the emergency cryo-res? Well, you see, it was me. I did it. I triggered the emergency system. We have a problem. It seems there has been a phage outbreak. Normally something we could handle, however, this time it's a little more complicated. What is phage? I wonder. 1 minute. Yes, I see you have minor neurological damage. Likely nothing serious. I suspect over time you will recover. To answer your question, phage is a viral disease, quite deadly in more ways than one. However, a cosmic anomaly is the primary reason we are on this ship. I'll explain in more detail later. However, right now we need to get you prepared. I assume you remember your training? Training? Yes, for the most part? Okay, let's get you equipped. Meanwhile, I'll review the protocols for activating your mission parameters. Please proceed through the door. Okay. So it sounds like there's going to be a little bit of a tutorial in here. I can't drag and select, so I guess it's just whoever the active character is who I can move around. Now, left clicking doesn't do anything. Right clicking moves my character. I can zoom in and zoom out. I can move the camera around like that, but it doesn't appear that I can move the camera, like rotate the camera. So, Okay, so this is kind of has a slight glow to it, like I can interact with it. This stuff I cannot interact with, to the best of my knowledge. So, what is this? Single movement, stand, crouch, toggle combat. Huh, okay. So I guess we're gonna go this way. He asked me to go through the door. And over here I think is just another one of these, yeah, cryopod things. There's some nice shadowing going on here. Looks like the lighting effect is on the main character. I have no idea what engine or whatever is being used for this. I don't know if it's, you know, Unreal or I can't remember the name of the other main one off the top of my head right now. Oh, what's this? No, that cannot be in there. Great. It looks like you can follow instructions. If the manual is correct, the lockers in this room contain your weapons and body armor, along with a few bits and bobs. Let's see. Okay, the protocol documented here states that you should equip yourselves. Okay, duh. Let's get cracking. Time is of the essence. I'm reading through the mission protocol now, and I should be able to brief you momentarily. Okay, so I don't know if I just got equipped. Okay, we're ready for business. We were already equipped when the game started, so I don't know if that's going to change later in the game, that you're going to have to pull the stuff out of the locker. I don't know. Okay, let me activate your data implants. This will only take a minute. What data implants? Good question. The manual says the team has had implants surgically applied. These implants receive and transmit data between squad members. The information is projected onto an ocular array, providing squad members with superior battlefield intelligence, communication, and rapid access to reference information. Data stored includes active tally of on-hand equipment, mission parameters, blah, blah, blah. Okay, roger that. Once the implants are activated, I should be able to communicate with you discreetly through your implants. Okay, let's see if I press this button. It was already there. I guess in the final version of the game, it'll turn on at that point. I don't know. How's it? It burns! Yes, you will get used to it. Now, there should be chests or boxes with ammunition and equipment. You should gather as much as you can carry. When you're finished, head to the next door. I'll fill you in on the details of our situation. Okay, it says you can open containers by clicking on them. Hold down the control key and will highlight objects you can interact with. Pressing the I key opens your inventory. Ammunition is automatically added to tally of total. You'll not be able to loot ammunition if you exceed the maximum amount, etc. Items can be used or equipped or added to shared inventory. Items like grenades and med kits need to be equipped in your secondary. I'm assuming this is secondary. Equipment slot before they can be used. If you are carrying the maximum number of items, you'll not be able to loot further items. To equip items in the inventory HUD, select the squad member you'd like to equip. Or F1, 2, 3, 4. Drag the item. Okay. You will not need to equip ammunition other than grenades. Ammunition is drawn directly from the shared pool of information of that type. You can see the current equipped animation of the weapon HUD as XXXXXXX. I think this is like 18 out of 70, I think is what they're saying. Okay. All right, I'm going to hold down control. So I can't actually loot any of this stuff. It seems like in the, maybe eventually it's going to have you loot your own junk at this part of the game, maybe. But for right now, you just have what you need. So let's go back to inventory. For example, he's got health packs. Can I drag that down here? How do I drag something into my secondary? Like this? Nope. What is this? Trash? Primary weapon, secondary weapon. And I've got all this ammunition here. I have no idea how to. Yes! The joys of watching me fumble around with how this game works. I feel like this is a secondary equipment slot here. That's what I feel like, but I can't seem to put stuff in it. Maybe it's not something I can put in a secondary. Weapon attachments. Devices. Here we go. Let's try this. Nope. I'll do new. We'll figure it out later. Alright. Now, I'm going to save the game. It doesn't look like that I can override an existing save. Alright, let's go here. I hold down control, and the only thing I can interact... Oh, wait a minute. There is something I can interact with here. What is this? Ah, look at this. Pistol, rifle, medium health pack. Okay. Benefits from first aid skill. Nice. Okay, so let me check. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else I can interact with. Okay, let me start at the beginning. I realize you may not remember why we are here. Phage is one of the reasons. A virus so insidious that it destroyed the majority of life on our planet. We had endured wars between the great houses of our world for thousands of years, climate change, plague, and starvation. We finally succumbed to a tiny invader that mutated so fast that our physicians and scientists couldn't keep up. Antigenic drift. Our immune systems would fight and lose. Most curious, the strain of virus was different. It is as if it sought to mold with our physiology. Symbiosis, yet unsuccessful, destroying the host. Fascinating in a way, yet horrible and deadly. The result was terrifying. The virus attached itself to our neurological system, destroying the host brain, yet leaving the brainstem intact. Sounds like zombies. The streets of our world were filled with mindless creatures twitching and gyrating, bodies in motion with no purpose. It attacked all mammalian life, mutating human and beast. Soon our sources of food were depleted, crops were devastated, and water poisoned. Within 20 years, our planet was decimated, cities overgrown. The only remaining law, the houses. They had retreated to their shelters, euthanized any who showed signs of the disease, and taking those that can be proven immune. Grim days indeed. Immune? Yes, there were some who were immune to the phage. A very few. You are immune, as am I. In fact, this ship and 3 others, as I believe, are all that remain of humanity. Hurtling across the universe, we are all immune, or so we thought. I'll get to that. The end result was a world with a bleak future, but we held on, and we made some progress. In fact, the houses had started to communicate again. We found ways to cultivate safe foods, water. Plans were in place to venture forth again and attempt to recolonize. Then something tragic and final occurred. Yes, an event so improbable and rare that it was inconceivable. Speeding towards our planet, an asteroid the size of a small moon, rock and ice. There was only one solution left: the stars. Our scientists had long ago identified several planets revolving around nearby stars. We worked tirelessly, harvested the best ideas, and developed a plan. We are part of that plan. So, in other words, this disease devastated the planet. They were on the verge of starting to get back on their feet, and then here comes an asteroid, so they got to go. We built great ships, one of which you're on now, the Dauntless, one of 4 that contained the sleeping remnants of humanity. 4 giant ships speeding across space at just below the speed of light, aimed at 2 likely new home systems, separated by a mere 2 light years, both the best last solution for our people. There's much more I can say, but this is not the time for an extended history lesson. Thank you so much. It's time to discuss the here and now. You're actually a very well-hidden secret. I was not even aware of your existence. You're a tactical SWAT whose sole purpose is to eliminate any hostile threat to our mission. That is the mission of arriving at our destination. Very highly trained and apparently surgically and genetically modified. I had often wondered what was behind that door. Explain the threat. Yes, well, murder. That and a phage outbreak. Several of our crew members have been murdered and others may be infected. I am locked in the bridge and only just stumbled across information about you while searching through emergency protocols. The ship is in lockdown and I need your help to stabilize the situation. Okay, exactly who was murdered? 2 of my colleagues. I suspect more. I watched Emily Jensen murder Jason Taft myself in the living quarters. Mayhem after that. There must be survivors. Engaging the emergency protocols has locked down the ship. Most of the cameras and communications are offline. So emergency protocols takes away communications. Okay. Emily Jensen. Emily Jensen. Dr. Jensen is our lead immunologist. Her job is to check samples from the fluidic chambers to analyze viral stasis and immune system stability. Wow. She works with our team to troubleshoot issues related to long-term cryosuspension and physical degradation. Unlike you and me, the 125,000 residents of this ship are suspended in fluidic chambers, a safer, much more stable form of deep sleep. Jason Taft. Jason Taft was a systems engineer. Well, one of two systems engineers. You see, we take shifts. Every 200 years, two shifts wake up to caretake, monitor the sleepers as we call them. Our journey is a total of 10,000 years. Wow, near the speed of light. 1,000 years of acceleration, 8,000 years travel time, and 1,000 years of deceleration. I'll age 34 years by the time we reach our destination. How's that? I'm trying to do the math here. Every 200 years, two ships wake up to caretake. Why did Dr. Jensen murder Jason Taft? That is a very good question and complicated. You see, they greatly disagreed on the nature of a discovery we had made recently. They had never gotten along. Oil and water. She is dangerous, and you should not hesitate to put her down. Put her down? Is that our mission? Yes, that and rescue any other team members that may be alive. We need the situation stabilized immediately. We cannot continue with our mission and revive replacement crew members until the situation is resolved. Your first mission is restore power to the elevators. You will find an engineering terminal near each of the 4 core reactor nodes on this level. Manually override the emergency protocols at all 4 engineering stations. Following that, terminate Emily Jensen. I'll be in touch. We will decide whether or not Dr. Jensen should be terminated. I highly recommend that you eliminate her on sight. She is emotionally unstable and quite dangerous. We shall see. I've added a mission entry into your log. You can reference details of your mission as needed. Let's get that lift online. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to save again because, wow, that was a lot of exposition, and I don't want to go through that again in case I die. Can I not? That is my son. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He's helping me, I guess, moderate or commentate. I guess I'll. Yeah, I can't quite seem to save over existing saves, so. Okay, so we're going to hit log. Override elevator lockout. Dr. Ramus has asked you to manually override the elevators which are currently locked down on the emergency systems. Manually override the elevator lockout at each of 4 engineering stations located on the command deck. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, so if the video jumped a bit for you right there, it's because I actually had to stop the video earlier. So I'm recording a second video at this point and editing them together. So let's see, there's the bridge, which I don't think we can get to because he said it was locked. So let's try to get in the bridge. Pretty sure he said, the guy I was talking to, yeah, the door is locked. So let's see what else we can find down here. I'm hitting control to see if there's anything I can interact with, and there's not a lot. I'd like to see if there's a way to rotate this camera. Let's see here. Options. Yeah, the only options I have right now, so I don't have a keyboard layout options, so I don't seem to be able to rotate the camera. So I guess we'll just have to go as we are. You know, actually, I'm going to put Sturm in front because he's my warrior archetype, I guess. And we'll see what we can find. It, you know, for an alpha version, it looks nice. The lighting effects are nice, and you know, it feels fairly smooth. It looks good. I remember when they built these ships, scrap metal and used parts. Amazing ship has held together so long. Okay. I'm hitting control. Yep, there's something here I can interact with. So I'm going to come back to my hacker here and click on it. Mission updated. Override elevator lockout. Okay, so that's one of four, I suppose, that I'm supposed to do. Uh, um, it said the mission was updated, but I don't think it. I mean, I'm supposed to do four of these, evidently, so I'm going to keep leading with Sturm in case we run into problems. I can't seem to go any. Yeah, I can go further here. Okay, that was a little awkward. Felt like I couldn't move any further, but yep, there's another one I can control here. So I'll just lead with wires from now on. My guy wires. Okay, there's two. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of like I'm like, oh, I can't click over here, but then I can, and I think it has to do with how the party members are scattered out. The door is locked. Okay, so I guess I'm not going back that way. Let's see how far out I can go here. If it seems a little bit clunky, me doing the arrows, that's, well, to be quite honest, because it is. All right, let's see how good the pathing is. Now hit M for map, and I'm not getting a map option, so I'm assuming there's not a overhead map that I can get to, or at least not at this point in the game. All right. Yep, pathing's working okay. Now, granted, that was a fairly straightforward pathing problem, but still worked pretty well. What is this? Alright, I can only get... Okay, so I can interact with this. Let's go interact with it. I'm continually hitting control to see what will highlight, so... Mission updated. Okay, I think I have one more of these to do. Yep. Oh, I can interact with something here. What's that? What am I going to get? What the heck is that? Repaired twine. A merchant should pay a fair price for this. 368 credits. Heck yeah, take all that. Some twine. Now we're talking. The elevator is now active, and I don't... Wonderful, now proceed to the elevator. The override has unlocked the doors to the corridor on the far side of the bridge. When you get there, take the elevator down to the crew deck. You won't be able to get to the vats. The entry deck is locked down. I'm not sure what the problem is, but we can deal with it when we have more information. Vats. Yes, the vats are large fluidic suspension containers. The remnants of the human race are sealed in these containment chambers in a deep, stable cryosleep. Each vat contains just over 260 human beings. For a total of 8 vats per module and 60 modules on this ship. You can do the math. Alright, well, I'm not going to do the math, but I get the point. Woo! Override elevator lockout. Did I get it? Did I get XP? Did I get some fat XP? I don't know how character progression works in this game. I can't seem to go any further here. So, off we go to the bridge again. Now they said something about the far side of the bridge. There was a corridor. I wonder if they're talking about that door I found that was locked a while ago. To the right. While I'm waiting for them to run up here, I sure hope, if there's going to be a lot of this type of gameplay where I'm like clicking and waiting for them to run back, I hope there's a time speed up. Because this could get tedious. Are they coming? I don't think they're coming. What are you guys doing? Yep, they're just standing there. I think. Oh, wow, that was weird. You see him kind of zip up the head like that? uh, okay. Well, it's an alpha version of a game, so we're not going to be too hard on it. Let's see if they run up here now. Are you guys coming? There we go. Okay, so he said go where? Where am I going? Override elevator lockout. Elevator's now active. I'm gonna hope this is the elevator is this room down here, or this hallway down here that we couldn't get to. Well, earlier it said the door was locked. All right. Yep, that was it. He said take the elevator down to the crew decks. Wait, is that? Yes, I think it is. This is very bad. The viral symptoms are greatly accelerated over previous iterations. You must be very careful. What exactly is the problem? One of my colleagues, Kelly Masters, seems to have acquired the virus. Phage. I can see her just around the corner on my monitor. She seems to have acquired a taste for flesh. Horrific, an advanced symptom of the phage. Usually symptoms like this take many months to manifest. A truly grisly sight. I'm quite shaken up. All right, what are the symptoms? The infected becomes non-responsive after a high fever. The virus begins to change the physiology of the person it affects. Infects, rapidly necrotizing the skin, especially areas exposed to the air. Yeah, they're basically zombies, like earlier when I was reading that. I was like, it sounds like zombies. Internally, it slows the heart, changes the way the blood distributes oxygen and glucose, and destroys the high-level functions of the brain. The virus attacks the cells and reorganizes the way they utilize food and food energy. The infected develop an appetite for protein that seems to be their primary physiological drive. The entire process can take over 8 months to play out. And that was my son there, if you could hear him ad-libbing. I see, and what do you recommend? You must be very careful. At this stage, the infected will attack anyone not infected or in the early stages of phage on sight. Fast, strong, and relentless. You must terminate Kelly Masters immediately. I am terribly concerned. Seems to be a body in the corridor, and I cannot make out who it is. Once you terminate Dr. Masters, please search the body for any evidence that could identify it. I cannot believe how quickly Kelly's infection has advanced. Is the virus airborne? Should we be concerned? No, the virus is not airborne. At least I don't think it is. You should be immune. Dr. Masters, she was also immune. You, however, have the advantage of a genetically modified metabolism. You were born with a hard-coded immune response to viruses, basically immune to all viral disease. Quite amazing, really. You're a weapon designed to destroy phage. So, unless the phage has developed more than an accelerated pathogenesis, you should be safe. I, however, will remain where I am. All right, I see. We'll proceed. All right, here we go. Combat begins when you see an enemy target or when an enemy can see you. If you see the target first, you have a better chance of gaining the initiative. Turn orders determine initiative. Okay, when your turn or the turn of your squad becomes available, the active team member will be rewarded action points. Movement and any other action in combat mode expends action points. Okay, nothing new here. Green bar above the icons in the bottom center of the screen displays the total action points and the remaining action points you have available. Bottom center of the screen down here. Okay. You can preview action points required to move a certain distance. Move your cursor over those to move. Each have an action point cost. Each move and action should be carefully considered. Okay, yeah, we got this. Okay, let me see if there's anything majorly new here. Reload projectile weapons. Right clicking on the weapon graphic. Change the fire mode from single to burst or full auto by left clicking. To switch between primary and secondary equipped items, click on the switch weapon icon. Okay, I guess this is switch weapon. Yep. Note that for some secondary equipped weapons, you may need to arm and target. Armed equipment can be disarmed by selecting the equipment a second time. All right. If you choose to enter combat mode now, you may gain the initiative over Dr. Masters. All right, let's do that. I'm going to go in with him because he is my combat dude, even though he's not ranged. And I'm going to go into combat. Okay. Oh, she got the initiative. So... Okay, so this is showing 4 APs to go. If I run up here, I use up all my APs. So, that's what she did. Okay, what is this? Select again to exit turn mode. Stand crouch. I don't have any APs left, so should it go to the next person? I can't do anything else. Okay, how do I end my turn? I'm gonna hit enter. Nothing happened. Toggle combat. Stand crouch. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is turn, select again to exit turn mode. Turn, I guess that's the actual orientation. And what is this? Can I make this small? I seem to have some sort of icon here that I can't get to. What is this? Can I make this smaller? Options maybe? I don't know. Okay. Now your turn. No, I can't get out of turn mode here. What am I doing? Back to her. Not enough AP. Okay, well, so how do I'm going to pause the video while I figure this out. Okay, I figured it out, and I had to basically restart the video yet again. So this icon here was in turn, but I couldn't get to it because it was behind this text box. So I had to reset the dimensions of the game window. All right. So they're using up all their APs to move forward. I would get that in turn button. I think I would use a different icon because that looks like a gear icon to me, like options. But anyway, all right. Get wires down here. He doesn't have a lot of APs compared to these other folks. He can't move very far. All right, let's move him up. End his turn and get Sturm in the mix. How many APs you got there, Sturm? You can move. How far can you move up? You can move here. All right, let's see here. Sturm, how far can you go? You can't see it on the video, true believers, but my cat is... Okay, so we're gonna... Well, where did his intern go? There we go. All right. Sturm, intern. Now, Dreads. Dreads, I'm gonna bring you here. That'll leave you 4 action points. Let me see if I can see this lady. I don't see her. There's a body. Alright, Dreads, come on around. Use up all your action points. There's my son heightening the dramatic tension with his color commentary. Alright. I guess we'll just keep leapfrogging everybody till... Till we find this bad guy. Yeah. Wires definitely has the least movement action points. Probably has the least action points, period. We'll end his turn. And it'll be Sturm. Come on, Sturm, get down in the action. Now, he's more of a melee-oriented character the way I built him, but he's got ranged... It seems like everybody is starting with ranged weapons. Alright, Dreads. Come on in here. I'll leave you 2 action points. Where is this lady? Where is the supposed... There she is. Can I see her from here? Yeah. I have a evidently I have a 0% chance of hitting her. As I'm hovering over here, I have arms, torso, head, and from here it looks like I have a 0% chance of any sort of chance of hitting her. I don't know if there's cover bonuses in this, so I'm going to just come on in. Alright. Wires. Shrike. Alright, again, Shrike from here has 0 chance of hitting. So, ranged does not appear overly ranged. Oh, here she comes. The enemy. Is it going to lock up? I think we're locking up. Did it lock up or is it thinking? Oh, not good. Let me pause the video. I'm going to try to pause the video anyway. There we go. Oh, here she goes. It was just thinking a lot. Really bogged down while she was thinking. Of course, she's moving like a zombie. Shrike. I got a 68% chance of hitting her torso. Headshot, 63%. I'm going to move her up just a little bit. Spend a couple of her action points. Try to get a better chance to hit. And let's see here. Burst, single. What is this? Reload weapon. Alright. I'm going to try for headshot. 63%. Miss. Okay. And I have 0 action points left. Alright. Sturm, run on up here, buddy. This is one of the downsides of turn-based. I probably went into combat a little bit too early. Probably should have just run down in there and went into combat. But I guess at least it helped me figure out kind of how this stuff works. Wow, he's actually got a chance to hit. But he doesn't have any... Yeah, he doesn't have enough action points to shoot. Okay, and let's bring Wires in. I'll bring him down here. Does he have any chance of hitting? Very slight, but I'll try it. Torso. I think I did a... I feel like that I did friendly fire. Let's see what's going on here. I can't seem to... Yeah. I did 1 point of damage to Kelly Masters. I feel like I hit Shrike, but I guess not. I don't know. There's like little blood here, but it doesn't seem to be damage taken off Shrike. So, all right. What's your chance of hitting? This is Dreads. I'm gonna run him up here. Try to get a better chance of hitting. I'm gonna put that on burst. He doesn't have enough. He's got 3 AP. He's got how many? He's got 3 AP left, so I can't do a burst. I'm gonna go for another headshot. Hit. Oh, blew her away. Wow, she's no longer a threat. And my son once again adding to the dramatic excitement with his Foley skills. Alright, Kelly Masters is dead, no longer a threat. Well done. Dr. Masters was a truly gifted person in life. We worked together closely before the start of this mission. I'm not sure what to say. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Nothing to be done other than to save anyone left alive. Let's move on. Please proceed to the elevator and the crew quarters deck. Okay, now, can I look at this body? Yeah, I'm going to have you, I want you to come look at this body. Can I do anything with this body? Yes, searching. What is this? ID badge. A bloody ID badge. You can barely make out the name Marty Duro. Data card. A small data drive. Content unknown. Take all. Okay. New log entry for Marty. What a fate. I hope he didn't suffer. Marty was one of several engineers on our shift. Very nice guy. Kept the ship running. We played cards a few times a week on the crew deck. I'll see that he gets a proper ceremony when this is over. Okay, so I've ID'd the body. What else do I have here? ID the body, done. Override elevator lockout. Okay. We got $5 evidently. Marty Devereaux. And he put, Kelly is really freaking me out. This morning when I entered the lab, Kelly was standing over the incinerator. She had this look on her face like someone had just died. Really strange. When I greeted her, she just gave me this weird smile and said everything was going to be okay. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I'm going to report this to Dr. Jensen. Okay, so this is Marty, and then he's got strange behavior again. Okay. So this game does appear, and there's other, I mean, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying that looks like there's going to be a lot of reading in this game, which for me, that's fine. Some people may or may not like that. People who are heavy into RPGs, like true computer role-playing games, not action RPGs or first-person shooters masquerading as RPGs. You know, if you're really into RPGs, you're probably not going to mind reading all this stuff. You know, and the less voice acting you have, you know, the more budget you have for the game. So, and voice acting can really drive budget up, and doesn't necessarily, you know, add to the gameplay. So anyway, there's some combat, there's some searching, there's some log reading, there's some moving around. That's kind of an intro to this game. Obviously, a larger story, and I'll probably record some more video in the future. But for now, that's kind of an introduction into Stellar Tactics, which should be on early access on Steam soon. I know it's coming soon, according to the developer. Today it's August 7th, 2016. So that it should be soon, within the next few weeks when it's early access on Steam. Thanks so much for watching. This Shane Plays Let's Play video, and please leave this video a thumbs up on YouTube, maybe a comment that helps me tremendously, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much.